want to know, I just want to know how you feel, guys. Ano yung nafe-feel nyo ngayon during COVID? Kasi a lot of you here are confused, scared, fearful. Ang dami yung emotions, diba? So, I would like to know how you feel right now during this time of COVID. So, I would like you to answer a poll. So, habang hinihintay pa natin sila, I would like you to answer, how are you feeling right now in this time of pandemic? Okay? Ready, guys? Okay, let's watch the poll.
Wow, okay.
Okay, you can start voting. How are you feeling right now in this time of pandemic? Stressed, worried, scared, or lahat yon?
All of that.
Wow, results are coming in. Tignan natin kung ano yung mananalo, ah. Okay.
Wow.
Ayan. Sige, vote pa kayo. Konti na lang. Ayan. Habang hinihintay natin yung mga taong pumasok, let's just go vote. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, more than ano na. Malapit na matapos. Vote lang kayo.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Okay na? Wala nang boboto? Okay. Share natin to everyone kung ano yung results. Okay. The result is ito, ang major na nanalo is all of the above. So everyone are either stressed, worried, scared, diba? So lahat yon. Lahat naman tayo, we are all experiencing all those emotions. So because of that, we have prepared something for you today. So, along with Sir Jojo, later makikilala niyo kung sino si Sir Jojo. But for now, huwag kayong mag-alala with these emotions that you're feeling. Somehow, after the end of the session, we can be able to help you, okay? Alright, so, medyo mag-start na tayo. Dumadami na rin tayo. Okay, let's start by our webinar is about this. It's about increasing your immunity using NLP versus COVID. So together with Sir Jojo Apolo, you will be discussing this, and we will try to help you at the end. Tuturo namin on how you can be able to increase your immunity using an NLP technique so that you can shield yourself from COVID. And after that, after learning this, you can also share this to everyone that you know, especially for those frontliners that you know. Share nyo lang or ituro nyo sa kanila, gawin nyo yung procedure sa kanila. So, that's it, okay? Alright, so before that, yan yung poll natin. And then, tech check lang tayo. If you can see in the tech check, you can see the rename. Yung name nyo, if you can change your name to your name, baka yung iba dyan kasi nakalagay iPhone or Android phone. So you can rename your name. I-click nyo lang yung name nyo so that you can rename, so that we can call you if you want to talk. Then there's also a chat box. If you have any questions, you can please tell us whatever it is that you have in mind. And then sound, you can mute muna tayo, and then if you have something to say, you can unmute yourself, okay? And then for permission of everyone, we will be recording this webinar so that we can also help other people in this journey. And of course, hindi na muna tayo mag-annotate, but video. Okay. Sa video, gusto ko, before we start, magpipicture muna tayo. I would like you all to show your beautiful faces and your biggest smile, okay? Ayan. Show your video, guys. Magpipicture tayo. Wala kayong picture. Sige. Okay. Ayan. Pinapakita ko lang ang inyong itsura. Ayan. The faces. Show your beautiful smile. Kasi magpipicture tayo in 10 seconds. Okay. Wait lang. Ayan na. Dumadami na sila. Ang gaganda nyo at ang papogi. Okay na, guys. We will take a picture. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Go. Again. Ano to? Tatlo. Naku, iba hindi naka-video ha. 1, 2, 3, go. And the third is 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. Ayan na. Dahil nung iba, hindi nag-video. Pero okay lang naman yun. Okay? So now, okay, babalik tayo sa ating pinag-uusapan. Okay, that's the video. And then, wait lang. Okay. Alright. Before anything else, I would like to thank each one of you for being here. I know sobrang busy and everyone has their work. But thank you for being here and thank you for letting us help you or serve you today. Especially to our guests and everyone who are here right now. Thank you for that. And then, before that, in this talk, we will be able to gain these 3 objectives. The first one is, we will discuss what is NLP. Kasi a lot of people were asking me, Dok, ano ba NLP? Ano ba NLP? O sige, i-discuss namin yan before anything else so that you will understand what NLP really is. It's Neuro-linguistic programming. The second objective of this webinar is you will also be able to learn about how your mind and body are connected into your overall health. And thirdly, how can NLP increase your immunity and create that protection shield against COVID? So those are the objectives that we have right now. So I hope you will stay with us until the end. Okay? Okay. So, sa lahat ng hindi nakakilala sa akin, I am Dr. Pinky De Leon Intal. I'm a medical doctor. I'm also an NLP practitioner pero hindi pa sobrang tagal. Okay? Mga last year lang. I'm also an associate wealth planner, an international registered financial consultant. I'm also the founder of My Finance MD, author, and speaker. Pero it's not actually me who's going to discuss all of this. Syempre, baguhan pa lang ako sa NLP. Ang magdi-discuss is our next speaker, the master. Okay. Wait lang. Medyo may script ako dyan. Wait. Okay. Okay. Our speaker is Sir Jojo Apolo. Sir Jojo Apolo is a billion-dollar business builder. He is a #1 best-selling author in Amazon and also a public speaker. He is an NLP master, a trainer, and his passion is to help family entrepreneurs to build a sustainable business, earning $10,000 in 12 months. He also managed an FMCG companies in Indonesia and startups in the break to become profitable. He developed the Sure Success formula for business that has resulted in, #1, doubling a business from $500 million to $1 billion in 3 years. Oh, diba? Second, he was able to turn around a $200 million business from potential bankruptcy, clearing internal corruption despite death threats. And #3, he was able to grow a startup company losing 300,000 profit to 1.5 million in 2 years. Now, he uses that sure success formula to help family entrepreneurs build a sustainable business that earns $10,000 in 12 months. He has numerous seminars and business, personal, spiritual development in Southeast Asia. He is a certified master practitioner and trainer of NLP from the National Federation of Neuro-linguistic Programming, USA, and the American Union of NLP USA certified NLP practitioner trainer of NLP Academy, UK, under John Grinder, co-creator of NLP. He spearheads the reform program for drug rehabilitation across Philippines in cooperation with the Department of Health, religious organization. Okay, so he is a best-selling author of these books. You can see there. Be Free from Painful Memories and Traumas in 30 Days. I Thrive 7 Keys to Fruitful Life, co-author with Dr. Romy Paredes of The Awaken the Doctor in You. So, without further ado, yan, Sir Jojo Apolo.
Hi, thank you so much.
From Malaysia pala, nasa Malaysia siya ngayon.
No, Jakarta, Jakarta.
Jakarta pala, sorry,
Yeah,
Indonesia.
sure. So thank you so much, Doc Pinky. And I'm so honored to be present here with the new heroes of the 20th century. All of you are our heroes, my dear doctors, nurses. You have been saving lives. And I know you have been doing this tirelessly for the last almost 6 months now. And I'm just so honored to be able to share with you this technology so that it will help you and protect you, most especially against COVID-19. Yeah? Okay. So, Pinky, how would you like to do this now? Let me share my
Okay.
screen.
Okay na, sir? Sige po. Wait. Share ka na ng screen, sir. Okay po.
Yeah. So let me share my screen, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Uh, or maybe let's talk. Yeah, okay. Let me share my screen, yeah?
Okay, sige po.
So let me just go here and go all the way up here. Okay, so welcome to finding out how to use neuro-linguistic programming to increase your immune system. Yeah, that is what we will be primarily allowing you to apply today. I said apply, not learn. I want you to apply this because if that's the only way that this will be helpful to all of you guys. Okay. Now, Pinky said, "What is NLP first, right?" And if you look at the name of NLP, it looks like it's very complicated. It's Neuro-linguistic programming. Yeah, I trained from the founder of NLP himself, and I told John Grinder, John, why did you make the name so difficult? Neuro-linguistic programming. And he told me, Joe, I am a linguist. And so he said, if you reverse it, it's easier to understand. Programming using language, the neuro, the brain. So it's actually, neuro-linguistic programming is simply that. It is a set of processes wherein without like any external or without any medicine or without doing difficult things, you're just programming using language the brain. That's really what it's all about, yeah. And I guess many people, when they hear that, they find difficulty on understanding it. So let me reverse it. I want you guys to experience NLP first, and when you experience NLP, you will actually understand it better. So i-reverse natin, no? But of course, as I said, I want to thank you first and foremost for saving lives. You've been doing that for the last 6 months, okay? And so what will we learn immediately first? Okay, I want to focus on this because this is the myth of everything. Yeah, I want you to learn how to use the COVID shield. Okay, the COVID shield, so that it will increase your immune system against COVID-19, and you will use your subconscious. And my goal today is you're gonna be able to apply it to yourselves, apply it to your family, apply it to your co-frontliners, your nurses, your co-doctors in the office. When you learn this, you're gonna be able to like save lives. Now, uh, you, you know, it's very, I would say, it's such a big claim, yeah. Like you really have a technique where you can use your subconscious to increase your immune system. I know this is like out of this world, or maybe never heard, right? Yeah, and I'd like to share some of the case studies that some of my students, my friends, as they have applied it with their own friends and family, right? So this is one case study. His name is Mar Bahin, and he sent me this story. He said, I had a fantastic experience doing spinning technique and filter for protection tonight. So the filter for protection is your COVID shield. He said, I have a friend confined in Parañaque Hospital right now. She has been there for 3 days, classified as PUI. She's a single mom with 2 kids. She can barely talk. She has back pain and headaches. She has high fever. Pneumonia is her initial diagnosis. She had been enveloped with fear aside from the physical pain she is in right now. I knew her condition because she posted it on Facebook. Since the internet is unstable in her location, I decided to call her over the phone and spent almost an hour conversing with her. So he had to do the technique just over the phone with just just using voice, yeah. And then he said her voice sounded like she's a person about to die. So Marbahain applied the techniques that you will be learning, specifically filtering for protection, to her friend, to his friend. And after that, after a couple of days, he was surprised with the post of Mayor Edwin Olivares about her friend. Okay, about his friend rather. Yeah, and he said patient 31, which was the friend of Mar, was tested positive on March 31. She was admitted to hospital on March 28. She has been under the care until she is fully recovered. So in just by like April 11, she was fully recovered, which is like wow. We were actually also surprised with the results that in just like less than 2 weeks, this patient who was diagnosed as COVID positive on March 31 was fully healed by April 11. Okay, so that's one of them. But you know, I like to interview Pinky a little bit. Doc Pinky, right?
Sure.
I know you've experienced NLP in the past, right?
Apa.
Can you just share what was your experience for yourself? Yeah, what happened?
Actually, shinare ko na yan, ewan ko, a lot of people who registered, shinare ko yung experience ko kasi yun yung pinaka, siguro yung GERD ko, yung gastroesophageal reflux ko is, siguro bata pa ako, yun na yung nangyayari sa akin, sir. As in, always, yun na lang yung parang normal na siya. Pero parati siyang nangyayari. Tapos there was a time na duty ako nun sa hospital as an intern, sumakit. Eh, ang talagang nakaka-relieve lang ng pain ko, pag natulog ako ng matagal, tapos pagising ko, yun na talaga, dun, usually nawawala. Pero
Yeah.
and during this duty, syempre sabi ko, shucks, duty ako, hindi ako makakatulog. Paano mawawala to? So,
Okay.
nagpa-ER ako and they put IV meds. Wala rin. Kung 10/10 yung pain, 10/10 pa rin. Hanggang pinakiusapan ko yung partner ko, patulugin mo lang ako konti lang kasi sobrang sakit na talaga ng tiyan ko. Hindi ko na talaga kaya. Ayun, so parating gano'n always until I attended your NLP basic last year. And
Mhm.
then, the last day, sir, hindi ko na nasabi sa inyo talaga yung experience.
Oo.
That's the last day. Pauwi na kami. Tapos nararamdaman ko, alam ko kasi, nararamdaman ko kasi siya kapag magpo-full blast siya later on. Yung parang 1/10 na pain, magiging 2, magiging 3. Sabi ko sa husband ko, which is nag-NLP rin, ganun din, sabi niya, try mo kaya, try lang namin kasi we have a lot of guests sa, di ba po sa class, you have guests. Medyo
Yeah.
isip namin, totoo ba to o planted ni sir? Biglang nawawala yung
Okay.
sakit. Sige, try ko nga sa sarili ko. Siyempre, sure ako pag ako, di ba? So, trinay ko siya. Hala, sabi ko, la, parang nawala. As in, never siya nare-relieve ng oral meds or IV meds, whatever it is. Hindi siya tumuloy to 10/10 and never nangyayari yun. So,
So what technique did you use?
spinning.
As the spinning technique.
Opo.
Yeah. Okay.
Tapos, may time din na bumalik, then I do spinning din again, tapos nawawala din. Hanggang ngayon, eto na yung pinakamatagal na walang recurrence siguro.
Wow. Right. So and you
Siguro
had that
4
since
months.
childhood.
Mga 4 months. Or 6
Or
months siguro, gano'n.
when you did spinning, did you get memories from the past?
Opo, sir. Actually, every time nasasakit siya, iba yung memory. Sabi ko, ang tindi naman ng sakit ng tiyan ko. Ang daming memory na
Ang tawag ko dyan, hugot, di ba?
Puro yung mga hugot ko doon nalagay.
Okay, so thank you, Doc Pinky. So, my dear doctors and nurses, that's an example of simply using language, right? Using words and then using a certain process and using those language and words, you're able to access the subconscious of the person and literally remove those psychological hurts from the past that can create somatic pain in the present. Yeah, so that's really, I guess, in a nutshell, what NLP is all about. It found ways in which just by simple processes, you can literally like allow the person to reframe those psychological hurts from the past, and somehow that heals or removes the present pains. And what's amazing about it is it removes it in a continuous fashion, just like what Doc Pinky has experienced. After that, she hasn't experienced that kind of a pain in almost a year, yeah? Would you say?
Mga ano, sir, kasi di ba wala pa naman tayong 1 year ng
Wala pa 1 year, no? Okay.
month siguro or gano'n. Pero ito na yung longest trip.
This is the longest that since the time that you have had it, that you haven't experienced it
Yeah.
in a long
I
time, right?
have experienced it since childhood.
Since childhood, right? And so that's why and the steps are very simple, right, Doc
Yes
Pinky?
po, yes
That
po.
the steps are very simple, so much so that even an 11-year-old can do it, actually. Yeah. So, and when the steps are applied by other people, not me anymore, because who helped you, Pinky, Doc Pinky? Who did it to you?
Ako lang, sir.
Oh, you did it to yourself. Okay. Can you imagine that? You
Actually,
can,
pauwi kami no'n, nasa bus kami.
okay. Oh, nasa bus ka pa nun, ah. So,
Ginawa ko siya. Medyo tinatago ako ni Ferdy kasi medyo baka ma-weird
okay.
yung mga
So, you can do it to yourself and you can actually help others. So that's why I'm very happy when I get like stories like this from my other students. So for example, this is Leo. He said this story. I'm happy to share the results of COVID filtering to one of the Filipino frontliners in Dubai. She was referred to me by another coachee of COVID-19. She was positive of COVID-19 and scheduled to be transferred to a facility for quarantine. So nagmadali ako i-filter siya kasi anytime may susunod sa kanya na health personnel. I did filtering on 28th of May, and on 21 of June, she was already COVID negative. See that? So stories like this really inspire me. Another one is this. Yeah. So another story said, by the way, thanks po ng marami after the session natin, nawala po yung anxiety attacks ko kagabi. Tinigil ko na din yung mga gamot ko for allergic asthma. And then my friends, students said, wow, that's great, sis. Happy to help po. Kumusta po ang sleep niyo? Sabi niya, masarap ang tulog ko. Na po, ako nagising na madaling araw na. Okay din po ang mga news regarding COVID. Wala na pong praning moments gaya dati. Hehehe. Okay, so this is again some examples of my students doing it. Hindi na ako yan. It's really other people just following the steps and succeeding. So I took some more, yeah, just so that you will be like amazed by the results. Another one from Marba, and he said, engineer had twitching problems in her eyes. She had a lot of doctors are in Cebu, in Manila, and a lot of medications already, but none works. He said, first session we had filtering. By the way, that is the time that we have today. So that's what we can teach you, the filtering process. Second session, we had spinning. Then third session is timeline reimprint. Timeline reimprint is like a regression process where the person is able to process all of those painful memories from the present all the way to childhood, even until the womb of the person. Okay, so, and then after doing all that, he said her twitching stopped. So she was amazed. Finally, another one of my students, si Neri, said, did anchoring online with 5 quarantined nurses, and one of them COVID positive. Yeah, so, and then he said, now 4 of them are back to work. Regarding my 2 cases in the US, nurse who were also COVID positive, they're back to work. So it seems that when you do this process, somehow it also accelerates the healing process if you are COVID positive, because I guess the immune system is activated. And then he said, my sister who takes care of COVID positive patients is tested and negative. And she actually gave her the filter to her sister. So it appears that her sister, who was exposed to her family who had COVID, or the other nurses who had COVID, because she gave the filter, they were protected. Okay? So, once again, the source of this is not my creation. The source of this is really from John Grinder. I learned my NLP from him. I had to travel all the way to the United Kingdom to get my certification, and I'm a certified NLP trainer from John Grinder. And I also mix up some principles from Joe Dispenza. Okay, Dr. Joe Dispenza. He is a neuroscientist. Okay, so at this point, let me just stop share first, and let me ask you a question, and just put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, guys. Do you want to learn this? If you want to learn this, type yes, so that we know. If you want to learn this, type yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see that. Let's see the yeses. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'm happy that you want to learn this. Okay, I'm really happy that all of you are responding yes, yes, yes. Okay, it's nice to see that. Thank you so much. Yep. And so, let me start in this way. Okay, let me show you a live demo that I did for teachers, yeah. Alam mo naman, yung mga teachers are going back to school, and so like this was just like I think it was like 3 weeks ago. I did the same training that you guys are doing for teachers naman. And during that training, I did a live demo to one of the teachers. And I want you to watch it first on how it's done, and then I will explain it to you. Yeah? So watch it first on how it's done, and then I will explain to you guys. Okay? So let's...
Take down notes, guys, ha? Take down notes.
Ano yan? Ano yan, Pinky?
Take down notes sila, sir.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure. By the way, at the end of this, okay, I'm gonna be sharing with you the PDF file of this PowerPoint. I'm gonna be giving it all to you. In fact, I'm also gonna be sharing a link with you so that you can watch the demo in YouTube, so that you can rewatch it over and over again. Okay. Yeah, hey, I like it. Okay, Dr. Bastian, yes. My goal here is for you guys to really use this, because you are our heroes. You are our heroes, and you have to be protected. Okay? So let's go there now, and I'd like you guys to watch this when I did it for the teachers. So these are the teachers that I did the training for. These are the steps that I will tell you about it. Yeah?
That's right. Just focus on your breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. That's right. And now I'd like you to feel and focus on your breathing and breathe out. And now I want you to focus on your eyelids and relax your eyelids as you continuously focus on your breathing. And now relax your eyelids, and they are so relaxed that you can hardly open them as you breathe in and breathe out. And now I like you to focus on feeling your weight on the floor as you focus on your breathing, relaxing your eyelids and your weight on the floor. And now feel also the temperature around you. In fact, you can also feel the wind of the electric fan. Focus on that. Your breathing, relaxing your eyelids, your weight on the floor, the wind of the electric fan, and focus on the sound of my voice. Maybe the sound of the electric fan, you can hear it also, and any other sound that is there. And as you focus on your breathing, relaxing your eyelids, your weight on the floor, the temperature around you, the wind of the electric fan, the sound of my voice, the sound of the electric fan, and any other sound, I'd like to talk to your subconscious mind now and ask for a signal that means yes to you with the sway of the body. Thank you. And I ask your subconscious to repeat that signal that means yes to you with the sway of the body.
You notice her
Thank you.
backward?
And now I ask your subconscious for a signal that means no to you with the sway of the body.
Okay, she went
Thank you.
to the side.
Can I ask your subconscious to repeat that signal that means no to you with the sway of the body?
Straight to the side.
And now let me ask your subconscious, can you strengthen your immune system against coronavirus?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Can you create this shield that will strengthen your immune system against coronavirus to last at least 90 days? Thank you. Can you create a shield that will last for 180 days? Nako, Okay. Okay. Let me just repeat that question. Can you create a shield that will last for 6 months? Let's check again. Can you create a shield that will last for 12 months? No. Okay, no siya, no? Can you create a shield that will last for 5 months? Yes. Okay, so 5 months talaga siya. Can you create a shield that will last for 6 months? No siya. Okay. Okay. Can you create this shield in the next 48 hours? Yes.
Yes.
Can you create this shield in the next 18 hours? Yes.
Yes.
Can you create this shield in the next 15 hours?
Yes.
Yes. Can you create this shield? Yeah. Okay. Oh, 15 hours, nag-yes siya. Okay. Can you create this shield in the next 8 hours? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Can you create this shield in the next 4 hours? Yes.
Yes.
Can you create this shield in the next 2 hours? No. Okay.
No.
Okay na tayo sa 4 hours. Okay. Now, next question. Is this shield ecological for you? Is it like balanced for your entire being? No.
No.
Okay. Is there an alternative solution so that you can make this shield ecological for you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Can you make this shield now ecological for your entire being? Yes.
Yes.
Can you be fully responsible to create this shield in the next 4 hours, and it will protect you and increase your immune system for the next 5 months?
Yes.
Okay, done. Hello, Teacher Cheng. Tapos na tayo. You can slowly open your eyes. Okay. Tanungin natin siya, no? Were you able to control your body movement?
Honestly,
You were not able to control it, right? It was like moving by itself. There was a force moving you. Okay, guys, now. Okay, so there you are, yeah. And let me just go to you guys. Okay. So you see the process, yeah? You see the process that I have done with Teacher Cheng. And as I was doing it with her, I was actually doing all the 6 steps that are necessary to do it. So the 6 steps are this, okay? I will show you the 6 steps in global form first. Then after I show you the 6 steps in global form, I will show you another live demo that I did. This time with me present with the person. It's not live online. It is now live with me with the person. Yeah. So I will show that to you also, so that now you have at least 2 case studies that you can analyze well. Yeah. So the steps that I did were as follows. Okay. So let's look at it now. Okay. The overall steps. And we will go through this one by one. Don't worry. So the first step actually is I made Teacher Cheng relax first. Okay, and she was standing up. She was standing up with her feet together, and she was 45 degrees from the camera so that I can see the sway of her body. Then
Step 2 was, I was looking for her subconscious signals. Okay? And subconscious signals, you will only have two, a yes or a no signal. And I think you noticed that there was a process in which I was doing in order to find her subconscious signals. I will let you know how to find the subconscious signals after the second demo. Yeah? I want you to look at the overall process first. Then after getting the subconscious signals, then that's the time in which I can talk to her subconscious to create her shield. And in which I ask her questions, can you create a shield that will protect you against COVID-19? Then I started negotiating with her subconscious on two things. Number one, the duration of the shield, how long it will last. And number two, how fast her subconscious can create the shield. That's negotiating with the subconscious. And then step number 5 is the ecological question. And asking the subconscious, can you create a shield that's ecological for you? What do you mean ecological here? What you mean here is something that will be balanced for your total being. It will not create any imbalance in terms of your physiology as well as your psychology. Because we don't want to create a shield that will, create imbalance in the physical well-being of the person as well as the psychological well-being. And then the last part is making the subconscious fully responsible for the creation of the shield. Okay? So I know you have a lot of questions, but hang on first, and I want you guys to watch this second demo, and then I will show you in more detail the steps. Yeah? So let's watch this second demo.
So we're going to be doing the demo now on how to increase your immune system against coronavirus. And I'm with Norvin now. Hi, Norvin.
Hi, Rico. I'm feeling great.
Just
Feeling healthy.
Just relax. Yeah. Okay. So, have you ever done something like this where you're going to be using your subconscious mind to increase your immune system? Have you ever tried this or never heard about it?
The closest thing was when you mentioned the meditation.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the closest thing.
That's the closest thing, yeah. But you've never done anything like this, okay? So this is like live, first time that you're going to be experiencing something like
sure.
this. Okay, so it's live, first time that Norvin. Thank you for volunteering.
No problem.
Yeah. And let's do the steps now, okay? Because there are simple steps that you need to do. And you will see on the screen later on what are the steps to help you on how to do this, okay? So we'll start by, just simple relaxation, okay? And to relax, let's do some simple breathing exercise. It's called square breathing, okay? So it's like you breathe in 3 seconds, then hold your breath for 3 seconds, and then breathe out 3 seconds, and then hold your breath for 3 seconds. It's square, so 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, breathe in, breathe out, hold your breath for 3 seconds, breathe in.
So the first step is simply making the person relax first. You need to make the person relax because it's very difficult to find subconscious signals if the person is stressed or in high beta state. You want the person to get to alpha state level. And breathing exercises can bring a person to alpha level. Okay? So here I'm just...
It's good, right? And next is this. I know that, of course, Norvin, you believe in God, right? And so you ask, of course, the religious beliefs of people. And I know Norvin believes in God. And so you can add this step if a person believes in God. Because,
any protection, any help against diseases really comes from above, right? And so can I pray over you? Okay, good. Okay. In the name of the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day, for allowing me this privilege to just do this for Norvin, so that, Lord, he will be protected against the coronavirus.
Because prayer
Allow
can
his
help a
immune
person
system
relax.
to be maximized through his subconscious mind, so that he will be protected against this virus and he will be safe and healthy throughout this time in his life. All this we ask in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Father, the Son, and the Spirit. Okay? So I've done something that will help a person relax, okay? And be in this state of peace before we do this exercise. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so Norvin, now the next step is this. So I'd like you to stand in a way that you just put your feet together. Okay, yeah, that's right. So it's very important to put the feet together. Okay, and so that it will allow the person to be able to sway easily. Okay, that's why you put the feet together, so that the person can sway easily. And then the next step is this. Okay? Now the big step is this. I'm gonna help you find out your subconscious signals. Okay? And the subconscious signal will be either yes or no. Just a yes or a no. It's binary. Yes or no. Okay? And all you need to do, Norvin, is just to relax and just focus on the things that I will be instructing you to do, and continuously focus on the things that I will be asking you to do. Okay? Okay, good. So just continue that breathing in, and then breathe out, and breathe in, and breathe out. Okay? And so you can concentrate. I'd like you to just close your eyes now. Okay? And I'd like you to focus on your breathing. Just feel the oxygen coming into your nose and out again. So that's one kinesthetic. Just focus on your breathing. Your breath coming into your nose and into your lungs, then out again. So basically focus on your breathing. And now I'd like you to focus on relaxing your eyelids. Just focus on relaxing your eyelids. That's right. Okay. Make them so relaxed that you can hardly open them. As you continue focusing on your breathing and relaxing your eyelids also. That's right. And now I'd like you to feel your weight on the floor also. Okay. As you focus on your breathing, relaxing your eyelids and your weight on the floor, just continuously focus on those three things now. Your breathing, relaxing your eyelids, and your weight on the floor. That's right. And now I'd like you to feel the temperature around you too. Notice the temperature. That's right. As you focus on these four things, your breathing, relaxing your eyelids, your weight on the floor, and also the temperature around you. And as you do that, I'd like you to focus also on my voice. Focus on my voice. And as you focus on my voice, your breathing, relaxing your eyelids, your weight on the ground, the temperature around you, the sound of my voice, and also any sound that you may hear. As we keep silent, you'll notice you can even hear the buzzing sound of I think that's the refrigerator. So focus on that, and any other sounds that may come up. So continuously focus on your breathing, relaxing your eyelids, your weight on the floor, the temperature that you feel, the sound of my voice, the sound of the ref, and any other sound that may come about. And as you continuously focus on all of those things, I'd like to talk to your subconscious mind now, and I'd like to ask your subconscious for a signal that means yes to you with the sway of the body. notice the slight sway
Thank you so
going to the
much.
right.
And I'd like to ask your subconscious to repeat that signal that means yes to you with the sway of the body. Okay. And now I'd like to ask your subconscious for a different signal that means no to you with the sway of the body.
That sway goes to the left side.
Okay. So please repeat that signal that means no to you this way of the body. Okay, thank you. And just to make sure we got it, please, as you continuously focus on your breathing, relaxing your eyelids, your weight on the floor, temperature around you, the sound of my voice, the sound of the breath, any other sound that you may hear. As you continuously focus on that, I'd like to ask your subconscious again for that signal that means yes to you with the sway of the body.
Okay. So yes is
And I'd like to
Right.
ask for that different signal that means no to you with the sway of the body.
and no
Okay.
is to the left.
Good. Now I'd like to ask your subconscious. Now the next step is we will now set up that shield, okay, of maximizing the immune system against COVID-19. Okay. So I'd like to ask your subconscious: are you willing to maximize your protection against the coronavirus using your immune system? Okay, that was a yes. Okay. Can you maximize and create this shield to maximize your immune system in the next, and it will last for the next 90 days? Okay, let me repeat that. Can you maximize your immune system against coronavirus and make it last for at least 90 days? That was a yes. Can you make it last for at least 180 days? That was a no. Okay. Can you make it last for at least 4 months? That was a yes. Okay. Can you make it last for at least 5 months? That was again a yes. Okay. Let's ask again. Can you make it last for at least 6 months? That's a no. Okay. So let's respect that. Okay. So can you? So you can maximize your immune system to protect yourself against coronavirus for the next 5 months. Yes. Okay. Now, let me ask you. Can you create this shield to maximize your protection using your immune system against coronavirus in the next 24 hours? Yes. Can you create this shield in the next 8 hours? Yes. Can you create this shield in the next 4 hours? No. Okay. Can you create this shield in the next 6 hours? Yes. Okay. Can you create this shield in the next 5 hours? Yes. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you, is this shield ecological for you?
let me just, okay. Is there an alternative so you can make this shield, it said no, is there an alternative so you can make this shield like ecological for you? Yes. If you use this alternative, can you make this shield now ecological for you? That was a yes. Okay. Okay. So can you start creating the shield that will protect you, that will maximize your immune system against coronavirus right here, right now? Will this shield be ready in the next 5 hours? Yes. Okay, that's good. Can you be fully responsible for this shield that will protect you and maximize your immune system against the coronavirus? Yes. Okay, that's great. So, Norvin, you can slowly open your eyes. Let me ask you this question. Were you moving?
Could feel it.
You could feel it, okay? Could you control the movement?
Not really.
You couldn't control the movement. Good. That is a sign that this is a subconscious signal. Okay? When the person cannot...
I just woke up.
Oh, you felt it like this. Yeah? It's like when the person cannot control the movement of the sway, whether... what was your yes? Did you notice what was your yes?
Left.
To the left. And your no was?
To the right.
To the right. Okay? And
But I noticed that when you haven't completed the question, but I get it. It's already
going there.
going there. Even
Yeah.
That's what I noticed.
And you could not control it. It was just like automatic. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Do you know that you have a shield now that will last for at least 5 months? That means after 5 months, you gotta renew the shield. It's like you need to create it again so that you're gonna have a shield that will maximize your immune system against coronavirus. Okay. Now, let me emphasize this. I'm not saying also that now you can just go to any place, and not protect yourself. No. This one is just helping your subconscious to maximize your shield, to maximize your immune system against the disease of coronavirus. Isn't that great?
Of course.
Yeah? You like that?
Yeah, why not?
Great.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's it. So let's go back to our live webinar. Okay, so let me now, before you, and you can type in your questions, no? You can type it in, and I will respond to them. So, and Pinky, you can help me also if they have questions, let me know what are their questions, okay? Okay. I want to make sure that you are still there. Okay ba kayo? Yeah, okay. So let me just give you the details of the steps first before you ask me more questions, okay? So let's go there. Let me just discuss the steps with you so that you will be able to follow them. The first step is to make the person relax. You can do that by simple breathing exercises. I like doing the square breathing. Breathe in 3 seconds. Hold your breath for 3 seconds. Then breathe out for 3 seconds. Hold your breath for 3 seconds. Then breathe in for 3 seconds again. So this rhythmic and continuous breathing will get the person to alpha state. Okay, instead of being in a beta brainwave state. Then you can also, as an option, pray for the person. Get the person to pray because that will relax the person. Next step is to find the subconscious signal. Now, the subconscious signal of people, all of us have subconscious signal, yeah? they are actually involuntary signals. It's like we have no control over them. Okay? And the signals are binary. It's a yes or a no. And the easiest way to get the subconscious signal is using the sway method. So you make the person stand and you make them put their feet together. And then, because when their feet are together, it's easier to sway. Yeah. Then, after that, you now start to do the following steps. How to get the subconscious signals? The first step is to focus on 4 kinesthetic and 3 auditory things. So if you'll notice with the 2 cases, I made them focus on their breathing. That's 1 kinesthetic or 1 physical thing. And then second, to focus on relaxing the eyelids, 2 kinesthetic. Then their weight on the floor, that's 3 kinesthetic. And then 4, the temperature around you. Then after that, 3 auditory, focus on the sound of my voice, then the sound of the ref or any other sound, or maybe the sound of the computer. In the case of the first one, the sound of the electric fan, yeah. And then any other sound that may happen. Now, why am I asking the person to focus on these things, on 7 things? The reason being is this. Listen carefully, Doc. The reason is this. You are loading the conscious mind of the person. You are loading them. And when you load the conscious mind of the person, then that's the only time that you're going to be able to communicate with the subconscious. So, parang when we are focusing on so many things, our conscious mind becomes overloaded. So when he is now focusing on the breathing, relaxing the eyelids, the weight on the floor, temperature around him, the sound of my voice, the sound of the ref, and any other sound. So when the person is focused on those things, overloaded siya. The subconscious, the conscious mind becomes overloaded. And when you do that, now you can directly talk to the subconscious of the person. So you'll notice on both cases, after overloading them with the 4 kinesthetic and 3 auditory, then I started asking the 2 questions. Step 2, ask the subconscious for a signal that means yes to you with the sway of the body. Now, in the case of si Teacher Cheng, her yes was a sway backward. That was her yes. In the case of Norvin, his yes was a sway to the left. Okay? Then for Teacher Cheng, her no, yeah, I asked the next question, can I ask your subconscious for a signal that means no to you with a different sway of the body? Okay? And for Teacher Cheng, her sway was actually going to the side, yeah? Yun yung kay Teacher Cheng for her no, yeah? So her yes was moving back, her no was moving to the side. For Norvin, his no was moving to the right. Now, listen, each person has their own way of signal. Some people, the yes is forward, the no is back. Some people, the no is right, the yes is to the left. Some people, it can be a combination. The no is forward, the yes is to the right. Or it can be the no is backward and the yes is to the left. It doesn't matter. Sometimes their no will be this way and then their yes will be this way. It doesn't matter. Whatever is the signal that the person gets, then that's what you use. Yeah? Okay? So this is actually the once you get the signals, then everything else becomes even easy. Then you start talking to the subconscious. Okay? And you say, are you willing to maximize your immune system as a shield against coronavirus COVID-19? Okay? And in the case of Teacher Cheng, the lady, you notice that she moved back. It was a yes. In the case of Norvin, he moved to the left, which was a yes. Okay? Now, if the subconscious will say no. Okay, you ask the question, are you willing to maximize your immune system as a shield against coronavirus, COVID-19? If it says no, what do? You ask the question, can you find an alternative solution so that you can maximize your immune system and create a shield against COVID-19? 99% of the time, when you ask, can you create an alternative solution, the subconscious will say yes, 99% of the time. What do you do if it still says no? I will answer that later, yeah? So let's go forward first, okay? Then, once it says yes, then you can now start to negotiate with the subconscious on two things. So I started negotiating. Can you make your shield last for X period? So in the case of teacher Cheng, can you make it last for 90 days? Said yes. Can you make it last for 12 months? No. Can you make it last for 6 months? No. Can you make it last for 5 months? Yes. Now listen carefully, because both teacher Cheng and Norvin, both of them agreed to a shield of 5 months. This is purely coincidental. I have had cases wherein you would have people, their shield will last for 12 months. Some people are 18 months. Some people are 2 years. Some people are 5 years. Some even up to 10 years. Okay? So, wag niyong isipin na hanggang 5 months lang. No, every person has a different capability that the subconscious will identify for you. Some people, their shield is only good for 3 months. There is also some people only 2 months. Okay, so it's up to the subconscious. Then once you get how long will the shield last, then you ask, can you create the shield in Y period? It's like, how fast can you create the shield? So in the case of Norvin, I asked him again, can you create the shield in 24 hours? Yes. Can you create the shield in 8 hours? Yes. Can you create the shield in 4 hours? No. Okay. Can you create the shield in 5 hours? Yes. Okay. So yun. So that's why he could create a shield that would last for 5 months and create it in 5 hours. In the case of teacher Cheng, naman, her shield could be created in 4 hours. Now, I have had cases also wherein some people, it will take 2 days to create the shield. 2 days. So, some people, 24 hours. Some people, 10 hours. Some people, 1 hour. Some people, right here, right now. Okay, so it really is variable. Depends on the subconscious of each person. Okay? So, then once you get and negotiate, whatever you negotiate, you just follow that. You don't ask the question, can you find a solution? Because you don't want to create something that will be dangerous to the person, yeah? And then you ask the ecology question. Is this shield ecological for you? Is this shield balanced for your being? Okay, so I like asking that question. Is this shield balanced for you psychologically as well as physically? Okay, that's an important question. And you'll notice that in both cases, they said no. And when they said no, I said, can you find an alternative solution so that you can make this shield ecological for you or balanced for you? And then their subconscious said yes. Again, 99% of the time, the subconscious says yes. What if it says no? I will tell you later on, yeah? So when it said no, I said, can you find alternative solutions? And then I said, after that, if you do this alternative solution, can you now make this shield ecological for you? It down for Norvin, it said yes. For teacher Cheng also said yes. And then the final question is, can you be fully responsible to create this shield, yeah, in 5 hours for Norvin and last for 5 months? Okay. And for teacher Cheng, it is, can you be fully responsible to create this shield so that create the shield in 4 hours so that it will last for 5 months. Okay, so it's like making the subconscious of the person fully responsible now for the creation of that shield. Yeah, and if it says no there, if it says no, then you ask again, can you find alternative solutions so that you can create that shield? Yeah, in X month, Y month, and it will be done in Y period. Okay, so you can now ask again that alternative question. Now let's go to that question. What if after you ask, can you create an alternative solution, it still says no? Okay, so parang no pa rin. What do you do? This is you add another question, and this is the question that you ask. Is there something that you need to consciously do so that you can create that shield? Let me repeat that. Is there something that you need to consciously do so that you can create the shield? 100% of the time, the subconscious will say yes. Okay? So when it says yes, you now say, can you reveal to him now what you need to consciously do so that you can create the shield? If it says yes, then you're good. The next thing that you ask again is, can you create the shield now, or is this ecological for you? So now you can continue on with the process because it will already say yes. Now sometimes when you ask the question, can you reveal to him what he needs to do consciously now, it will say no. What do you do if it says no? You ask another question. You say, can you reveal it to him in a dream, what he needs to do consciously so that you can create the shield? And it will, more often than not, almost 100% of the time say yes. Okay? And so you will need to wait another day and like have the person sleep for the night first, and the following day create the shield for them so that they will know first what they need to consciously do so that the subconscious can create the shield, you know? So sometimes some of the things that the subconscious will ask the person to do is this: drinking more water, or maybe even sleeping 7 hours a day, or maybe some change in diet. You know, these are some of the things that the subconscious will do. It's like the subconscious knows that they cannot maximize the shield of the person because they are not drinking enough water, they are not sleeping well, they are not like maybe exercising, and the subconscious will say that you need to consciously do these things first before I can truly maximize your shield. So the subconscious knows, okay? Those are the things, okay? So at this point, I will stop sharing first and like be open to your questions. So any questions, guys, on this? Okay, there, yeah? I can see that some of you have questions there. Let me just scroll down and see, okay, the questions.
Marami pong questions, sir. Pero everyone, you can also raise your hand. We can unmute you so you can ask directly.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you can...
Yeah, so okay, so there's this question. Okay, the first one, what is meant by ecological for you? I guess I answered that already, right? Ecological means balance in terms of both physical as well as psychological being for the person. That's like ecological, yeah. Then this one, can you do it even without a coach, even if it is sitting? Yeah. Okay, great question. That's a great question. Because there will be instances when a person, maybe a patient, is lying down, right? So nakahiga, paano? Di mo naman mapatayo, di ba? So what do you do when a person is sitting down, cannot stand up, kasi may vertigo siya. So paano mo gagawin, di ba? So when a person is sitting down or lying down, then you use the next way. And that next way is this, using movements of the finger. So what you do is the same thing. You put your hands on top of the fingers of the person so that you can feel sometimes the movement of the fingers of the person. And then what you do is this. You now say, you do the same thing. Focus on 4 kinesthetic and 3 auditory. So you tell the person, okay, close your eyes, focus on your breathing, relaxing your eyelids, your weight on the bed or your weight on the chair, okay? Or your weight on my hand, of your hand on my hand. Yeah? So you can ask them to focus on that. Then focus on the temperature around you, the sound of your voice, the sound of maybe the computer, and any other sound that you may hear. So same thing. Then after that, you say to the subconscious, I'd like you to give me a signal that means yes to you with a movement of a finger. And the subconscious will move one finger. You will notice that it will move a finger. Okay? And then then after that, you now say, can you give me a signal that means no to you with a different movement of the finger? It will now move a different finger. So the yes can be this, and then the no can be this. Yeah? So different movement of fingers. The yes can be this, and then the no can be this, or vice versa. The no can this, then the yes is this. So you look at movement of fingers as one way. That's one way. Now, make sure that the movement of the finger is like a jerk. Kasi pagka hindi jerky, more often than that, that's not a subconscious signal. Yeah? And when it's not jerky, ask the person to keep focusing on their 4 kinesthetic and 3 auditory and tell them, just focus on that and just surrender your body and allow your fingers to move by themselves. Yeah? So that's what you do. Now, another way is this. And this is like for maybe 5% of people. 5% of people are like this. They will not have any movement or sway of the body. Walang sway. Pag kinakausap mo, ba't hindi nagsisway? Pagka using fingers, hindi rin gumagalaw yung fingers. Now, when that happens, you ask the person this question. Did your body temperature change? And almost like 99% of the time, they will say yes. So their subconscious signal is a change in body temperature. And so when you do that, you repeat it again, and then this time you say, okay, talk to your subconscious, and then you say to the person, like, can you give me a signal? So same thing, you say, okay, focus on your breathing, relaxing your eyelids, wait on the floor or wait on the bed, and then the temperature around you, sound of my voice, the sound, any other sound. So they're focusing on that, and then you ask the person, can you give me a signal that means yes to you with a change in body temperature? And then you ask the person, oh, what happened? Did your body temperature change? They may say, yeah, parang I felt warmer. Okay, so feeling warm becomes a yes signal. And then you repeat it again, and then you ask the subconscious, can you give me a different signal that means no to you? And they will say, oh, lumamig ako. So yes will get warm, and no becomes cold. That's another way. Okay?
Okay.
So it's like body temperature change. Now, one more, yeah? But this is the last recourse.
Dami pala.
This is the last recourse kasi medyo hindi maganda para sa pasyente. You know what it is? It's this. If a person has a sickness or a body pain, that can become the subconscious signal. So you can ask the person, okay, subconscious, can you give me a signal that means yes to you by changing the intensity of your body pain?
Ang hirap. Parang,
Di ba grabe yun? And what happens is this. Sometimes, the intensity of the body pain reduces. That's a yes. But if then you ask the subconscious, can you give me a different signal that means no to you with a change in the body pain intensity. This time, the pain increases. So the signal now is the increase in intensity of pain that the person has. Sabi mo na, masakit ang ulo niya, mas sasakit o mas hihina. Or for example, they have a cut wound. Now, di ba, parang may masakit yun. So, the wound will intensify or it will now reduce. So, you know that those are subconscious signals because we don't have control over that. We don't have control over our body temperature. We don't have any control on increasing or reducing body pain. And then the other thing is when you're swaying and then the person cannot control the movement, that is a subconscious signal. Okay? So let us just look at the other questions. Yeah.
Sir, may dagdag kasi yung question na yun. Ang question din nila, if they can do it on their own, sarili nila, without any coaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes. Yeah. You can do this on your own. You can. Okay? And that's the amazing thing here. So, what do you do? What I do is this. You know, well, for me, I normally do this when I'm taking a shower, because I wanna use the water hitting my face as one of the as one of my gauge for my body movement. So same thing, I will just close my eyes, then I will focus on my breathing. I will focus on relaxing my eyelids. I will feel the water hitting my face, okay? Because I'm in the shower. If you're not in the shower, you can just focus on the temperature around you and then focus on the weight that you have on the floor. Then I focus on hearing the sound of the shower, yeah, because I'm in the shower, and then any other sound that may be around me and all. So, yun. And then after I'm focusing on that, then I will consciously ask my mind, okay, give me a signal that means yes to you with the sway of the body. And you will be amazed that your body will move by itself and you have no control whether you're moving forward or backward or to the side or to the left. Kahit pigilan mo, pinipigilan mo, wow, kaganon pa rin siya. Ganon. And when that happens, you know that that is a subconscious signal. Yeah?
Hindi ko
Okay,
pa
so,
try, sir. Parang
ano yan?
gusto ko ginagawa na lang sa akin. Weird ka magagalaw ka on your own, diba? Pero okay lang yan.
Yeah. That's what happens. You will move on your own, yeah, when that happens, yeah. Okay, so let's see the other questions, yeah. Let's
Before we go on, meron ditong isang question that's very important. Sabi
Okay.
niya is, how does subconscious help the body protect you from COVID? What's the science behind or any proof behind this? From Miss Tony Aquino.
Okay. So what's the science behind that? Okay. And I guess this one is based on empirical data. Let me just say it. It's based on empirical data that there is a way to talk to our subconscious mind. And it's really more on empirical data that's happening. Yeah. And like for me personally, I went to a disaster area during Typhoon Yolanda. And before going to that disaster area, which is normally when you go to a disaster area like that, it is filled with a lot of infectious diseases. Okay? Baka ma-hepatitis ka, baka yung tubig doon hindi clear. So when you go to a disease-infected area, you can be infected easily. And so we did this shield to protect us from potential diseases. And what happened was none of our teammates who went there, okay, and we were there for a week, none of them were infected. Now, if you will ask for scientific data, I will tell you that there is none. Okay, there there are no studies yet like that you do to create like vaccines that will prove that this thing works. It is all anecdotal. It is all based on the stories that I have given to you. It is based on the stories that like many NLP practitioners around the world under John Grinder have experienced as they have gone to disease-infected areas, as well as some of the stories that are coming out now of people who have used this. Yeah, so it's similar to like a while ago. How is it possible that Doc Pinky, who had a childhood,
Pain.
pain in her stomach, that just using this suddenly for the last 8, 10 months now, it is the longest streak in which she has not experienced any of it. What's the scientific proof of that? We don't have, but we have the empirical results. That's and we have lots of empirical results. And I guess Doc Pinky saw that in the classes that we were conducting, that people were just like miraculously removing their pains using the techniques. So that's how I can answer that at this point. Yeah. So the thing is this. So why not? Why not use it? Because anyway, there's nothing to lose, right? Because if it works, then that's great. Yeah. Okay. Now let me just look at the other
Sir,
question.
ito, ginather ko na for you. Sabi,
Okay.
how do you know if the shield is set up? What will you feel?
Great question. Great question. Yeah. Okay. Now these are some of the indications. Yeah. And one of the biggest indication is this. Yeah. Like I know that when we are healing people, I know you as doctors experience this. You go to a person who is sick, and somehow when you go home back at night, parang naubos yung energy mo. Do you feel that? Like you're talking to even a person who is like toxic, yung medyo ang hirap kasama niyan, mainitin ang ulo, nakaka-depress, and then all of these depressing stories that you hear, okay, by the end of the day you feel like your energy level has been like all used up. Do you feel that? Doc Pinky, did you feel that when you help some patients?
Opo.
Yeah, you're helping people because I've been doing that. I help people. Yeah, negative person, right? Negative people. When you're around them, di ba parang hinihigop yung energy mo? Okay? Ganon. And I can tell you, that's one indication. When you use this, you will be surprised that even if you are now healing several people, pessimistic people, you're healing sick people, because sick people, they have a lot of negative aura within them. Okay? So when you are healing people, you don't get tired. You actually become energized. It's like you now have a filter that protects you against the negative like energy that people are like giving you, and at the same time it doesn't penetrate your being, and so because of that you don't get tired even helping people. I've seen that several times. Even me personally, I do, like sometimes I do coaching healing sessions from 8 in the morning until 8 in the evening. And I'm not joking, and I don't get tired. And I've seen people who are specifically very sensitive to people who are toxic, na napapagod sila kaagad. After creating the shield for them, suddenly, hindi na sila napapagod. Ganon. So that's okay. What's the other question?
Sir, other
Dr.
question, can this be applied to other diseases? And pwede rin ba sa kids?
Okay.
Sorry lang question.
Yeah. And that's I saw also one of the questions that can you do it for Alzheimer's, yeah?
Yeah. Yung mga
Yeah. Now, for Alzheimer's, I would say it cannot work anymore because the person's brain cells are already dead, yeah? Okay, that's one. So the conditions for this to work is I guess the brain cells are still mostly functioning. Now, on the question as to can you apply this to other diseases, the answer to that is yes. And there are mixed results for me. For example, for simple diseases like dandruff, okay? I have seen that I have a very high success rate there, over 90%, using the subconscious to remove dandruff. And so you just need to revise the questions. Like, you ask the question to the subconscious, do you know the underlying causes of your dandruff? And then you ask the question, can you heal this dandruff? Okay, and then can you heal it in the next 24 hours? So all of those things, yeah? Okay, so dandruff, it works. I've seen this work for addictions with and a very high success rate, addictions for sweets or stopping smoking. So it has worked in those cases, okay? Now, in terms of other diseases that are more serious, okay, that's where I have had mixed results and mostly not working, I would say, okay? So I just try it anyway. So because who knows if it works, yeah? Okay, what are the other questions,
Yun
Pinky?
nga po, can they do this din sa kids nila daw?
Okay, so kids, and as long as the child is able to follow the steps. So I've seen that children age 9 and above can still follow the steps. For those less than that, it becomes a little bit more challenging. There are other things that you can do if the child is less than that, yeah? Okay.
Okay, so,
Okay.
ano pa ba?
What are the okay, let's see.
Pareho.
Okay, can you use it to improve your sleeping habits? Yes, and this process has been used for sleeping habits, and it has been quite successful for sleeping habits. Okay, so you can ask the question to the subconscious, okay, is there a positive intention behind me having difficulty sleeping? And then you can say, can you give me 3 or more alternative behaviors that will satisfy this positive intention? Then you ask, can you now allow me to sleep quickly at night? So you just like strategize your questions so that you can ask yes and no questions to the subconscious.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Ito pang isang question. Can we get subconscious signal with a word or phrase, not just body signals?
Can you get, sorry, how's that?
Can we get subconscious signal with a word or phrase, not just body signals?
No.
Has to be
Because yeah, because when it becomes a word or a phrase, then it's very conscious, eh? Yeah, it's very conscious. So the subconscious signals, the best ones are more in terms of kinesthetic signals. Okay, so that's why you see the sway of the body is a kinesthetic signal. The temperature, another one. Body pain is another kinesthetic signal. The flicking of the fingers is also a kinesthetic signal. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Any more questions? Yeah?
Sir, eto pa, question ko naman. Pag online, kunwari they're helping a person online, paano yung position ng tinutulungan nila? Di ba dapat
Okay.
anong degrees?
Okay, great. So, pagka online, okay, you make the person stand 45 degrees to the camera. Like this, 45 degrees. Yeah, so nakatayo siya, nakatingin na ganon, 45 degrees to the camera. Why do you want it 45 degrees? So that if they sway forward, you can easily see. Sway backward, you can see. If they move side to side, you can easily see. Ang problema, pagka nakatayo diretso na ganon, pag nagganon at maliit lang yung galaw, hindi mo mapapansin. Di ba? So you want them 45 degrees so that even if the movement is very slight or the sway front and forward, you can observe that with the person. Okay? So ano pa yung tanong nila?
Amazing.
Okay.
Meron pa ba kayong question?
Ayan, is there a risk involved? Okay? That's a great question. Yeah? Is there a risk involved? Okay? Now, the risk involved is if you are not asking the ecological question. And so if you fail to ask that question, there's a risk.
Yeah.
Because you can end up with a suboptimal solution. So you ask that question on, can you create this shield so that it is ecological for you, so that it is balanced for your well-being, both psychologically as well as physically. So when you specify that to the subconscious, so you eliminate any risk, yeah, any risk that your subconscious will create something that is dangerous for you, yeah. So that's why that's a very important question. Can you use it for bedridden? I think we answered that. Yes, you use it using the fingers as the signal, yeah? Okay.
So as long as yung brain ay hindi naman problem.
Okay. What else?
So may question si Jamie. Since you practice NLP, do you believe that it directly relates to law of attraction?
Okay. Okay. Now, the principles of NLP are the principles on how our subconscious mind works. Now, the law of attraction that has been popularized by certain authors actually is lacking in the process. Lacking in the process. Okay, and because with law of attraction, it just says that, okay, think about your goal, and then think about it, and then allow it to happen to you. Now, NLP is modeling excellence. That's the first and foremost. So the steps that were developed are based on empirical studies of people who are already successful. So when you get into the law of attraction, for NLP, it doesn't look at law of attraction. It looks at what are the states of mind of people who are successful. And then they investigated on what are the mindset, the activities of people who are successful. And there are two things that became apparent based on empirical studies. A person who is successful, number one, has a goal that they visualize that it will happen. That is part one of law of attraction, right? But NLP has found that that person has to have a second thing before he becomes successful. And the second thing is this: they are emotionally connected with that goal. It's like they feel so intense that that goal is so important that it needs to happen. And they believe in their heart, not only in their mind, that that goal will happen. So when a person has that, then most probably they will succeed. Yung mga parang ganito yan eh. Yung mga, and some of us have experienced it one time in our life. And I'm sure you also experienced that when you said to yourself, whatever happens, papasa ako, magiging doktor ako. Ganon. Okay? I'm sure that all of you, in one point in your life, did that to yourself. And what were the conditions in your mind, in your physiology, when that happened? Number one, you had a clear intention that you will become a doctor, but the other part was you put it in your heart. You believed in it, you fought for it, parang tumatayo yung balahibo mo, pati yung sa kamay mo nung sinabi mong, papasa ako, magiging doktor ako. Ganon. Yun. So, NLP studies people. What are the states? What are their physiology? What are their mindset in order to achieve something like that? Okay? So, so in a way, like they didn't look at law of attraction, no? They looked at people who are successful. Ganon, ganon.
Very
Okay.
interesting. Actually, share ko lang ako. I've attended Sir Jojo's NLP class. Sobrang daming learning. Hindi lang removing pain, phobias, and everything. Even modeling excellence. Paano mo mamomodel yung excellence. So, even salesmanship, nandun na lahat. So, lahat ng tinatanong nyo dito, actually, some of those have different processes. Some of those are different techniques. Like yung pain ko, it's a different technique. So, what we're showing you right now is just one of the techniques na part ng NLP. So, madami yon. So, kung gusto niyo mag-learn, mag-aral kayo ng NLP. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot, you know. And, you know, at this point, I would like to, make sure that this point is well communicated to everyone first, yeah? So this is the steps, right? But guys, I want to emphasize that
Yes.
yes, you maximize your shield, but please continue your
Yes.
social distancing, washing of hands, exercise, and continue using your PPE, okay? It doesn't mean that now that you have maximized your immune system, then you will now not use this, yeah? And I would like to share this in the chat now. Okay, and this is the link that I have uploaded to my YouTube channel. Okay, and when you go to that link, let me share that in the chat, yeah? That is for everyone. So when you go to that, you're gonna be able to rewatch again, like the, oops, sorry. Kailangan pala, sandali dapat ilagay ko everyone in meeting. Okay, there you are. Okay, nasa chat po, yeah? Okay, nasa chat siya. When you see that, then you're gonna be able to you're gonna be able to watch the live demo that I did. Then the other one that I want to share with you is the actual file, PDF file that I have done today of the materials that I've done. So I want to share that with you. Hang on, guys. Nasaan ba siya? And as you're doing that, someone actually asked a question. What language do you use for the less fortunate? So in other words, kailangan Tagalog ang gamitin mo. Yeah?
Or any kung ano yung gamit niya. Kunyari, Ilocano, Bisaya.
Oh yeah. So whatever is their language, it translate na lang. Yeah? Okay. I-translate na lang ninyo. And you're gonna be able to do that, yeah? Okay, there's that. Okay, here you are, COVID shield. There. So I am sending you now also the PDF file of the COVID shield for doctors and nurses that you can use. And please do share it. I don't mind you sharing this with as many people as you want. Yeah. Because my goal here is really for you guys to be protected, to use it because it is some powerful stuff, yeah, that you can use. Now, if any of you would like to learn more NLP, okay, so let me then invite you, yeah. Okay, let me, like, on this one is using NLP for business. Yeah, but actually, I also teach the other techniques there. Yeah. So if any of you would like to learn more NLP, but most especially if you're having like challenges in your current practice, getting more patients inside of your practice, I actually teach how you can use certain techniques of digital marketing so that you're going to be able to get more clients in without Facebook ads. So that's part of the training that I'm going to be giving from August 19 to 22 at 8:30 p.m. This is free, okay? This is free for you guys.
Wow, thank you, sir.
Yeah? So I'm gonna
Sobrang daming value, grabe na to.
yeah. So I am giving this link to you so you can register here. This is free for you guys, uh, so that you will be able to okay, stop siya nga. Ito siya, no? So ito yung link. So this is like our 4-day training, August 19 to 22, yeah?
Sir, what time?
8:30 p.m. gabi.
Okay po.
So it's about 1 hour, 1 hour and a half each night, because I cannot teach all the things only in 1 hour. So we did it 4 consecutive days, and you will see there, yeah. What you will get there is how to help yourself also in terms of your business, because that is really my advocacy right now, to help our countrymen, especially yung mga solopreneurs. Actually, all doctors are solopreneurs also. Yeah. to use digital marketing to get more clients. Yeah. So that is some of the things that are taught there. Yeah. Okay. Any more questions? Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Okay.
Questions, guys? Magpakita naman kayo sa amin. Pwede kayo, you can raise your hand if you like.
Okay. If not, then we're gonna be ending na. Yeah.
Lana?
Any more questions? Yeah. Hindi mapansin yung oras. Ano, bilis.
Ayan! May nag-raise ng hand.
Okay, yeah. Eleanor.
Raise pa ba? Hindi, sorry. Okay, meron pa ba? May mag-raise?
Okay, question on when to create a new shield. When your
Ayan.
when your shield expires, you need to renew the shield. So, pag sinabing 5 months, after on the 5th month, then you do the same process again so that it will recreate the shield again. Meron siyang expiry date eh. Yeah. So,
actually, yung akin, sir, when we created the shield 2 years ago.
Ikaw 2 years ka, yeah, Pinky. So, yeah, swerte ka, no?
Last one was 6 months. 6 months.
Oh, 6 months lang? Okay.
I-create ko na parang 6 months na yun.
Oh, kailangan. Oh, tapos na yun. Expired na siya.
Malapit na. Hindi pa naman, sir. Malapit na.
Hindi pa ba? Okay. Yeah, si Ferds, yeah.
Any questions po? Meron pa?
Any more questions? Let's look at the chat. Yeah. I hope that, this was very helpful to you, and I hope that you will use it. Yeah. That's really my prayer. And it's really an honor for me to be able to share this to every one of you. Yeah. Yeah. So I hope to see you also on August 19 to 22. So just register on the link that I just gave to you because you're going to be getting even more than what you got today. I tell you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I hope everyone will stay safe and gawin nyo to. Sino gagawa nito? Can you say yes? Yes naman dyan. Or me.
Yes.
Sige, yay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Gawin nyo
you.
gawin nyo sa ibang tao. And if you can share your experiences with us, good, parang better yun for us. Okay? Share nyo ha.
Oh, last picture taking.
Thank you so much.
Open ang video. Magbabay tayo. Open videos, guys.
Please open all your videos para we can have
Bye-bye, Doc. Yeah.
and magpipicture naman.
Andito ako sa Jakarta, Indonesia. Imagine that.
Oo, merong mga may US dito, iba-ibang place.
Oh, may US din, ha? Wow.
Oo,
Yeah.
merong US.
So, yeah.
Diba?
Hey, guys, let me know if you want a repeat of this again for others who haven't attended. Because iba pa rin yung live, di ba? So, if you want me to repeat this for you guys, for your like hospital, just let me know. Give me a message.
Communicate.
I communicate through Pinky. I'm willing to do this anytime. Yeah, let's just schedule it.
Open your videos. Last na to. So, take
Thumbs up.
more.
So, doctors, did you find this useful? Thumbs up if you found this useful. Yes.
Yes. Do it later.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
biggest smile. 1, 2, 3. So, 1, 2, 3. Another. Teka lang. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ano pa ba? Yan. Thank you so much, everyone. Sir, ano pa? Last message. Meron pa?
Well, last message, I honor you all. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat sa inyo, sa pagtulong nyo sa bansa nating Pilipinas. We love you. Thank you so much. May God protect you each day of your life.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pete.